The Red Raiders land one of the best offensive tackles in this portal class, an Illinois State offensive tackle, Hunter Zambrano. In today's video, we'll discuss the commitment for the Red Raiders, where he could slot in on the offensive line for the Red Raiders, and much, much more. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast, and if you're excited about this commitment for the Red Raiders in the transfer portal, and listen, I know some of y'all heard Illinois State. We'll discuss it here in a second. This is a huge addition for the Red Raiders, pun intended. If you're excited about this addition for the Texas Tech offensive line, all I ask you to do is simply like the video. All right, without further ado, let's just jump right into this, because this is a guy that is a true difference maker on the offensive line. I know there will be people in the comment section saying, RC, he went to Illinois State. How much of a difference maker can he be? Well, let's get this out of the way. This is a preseason All-American type at the left tackle position, okay? He missed the 2024 season due to injury, but this was a guy that was getting NFL grades at Illinois State, right? And you go out, if you're Joey McGuire and crew, and attack him in terms of go after him aggressively in the transfer portal, already having him on campus earlier this week. And we're talking about a guy that major programs are going after. You had Max Olson break the news officially first from ESPN. The Matador Club has already confirmed it. If you haven't been following the Matador Club, I strongly encourage you to do so, as they will actually be live announcing some of these commitments. But let's jump into this, because this is a guy that is a bona fide stud at the left tackle position. I think that that's where he will play for Texas Tech in 2025. He is a verified 6'5", 305, and according to multiple publications, ranked as one of the top 15 players in the portal, okay? Looking at this from a 247 perspective in their transfer portal rankings, they have him ranked from just strictly transfer portal. Again, we're not talking about high school anymore. We're talking about a guy that has been in college football for a while, right? He is a guy that has been ranked as high as number 3 in the offensive tackle ranks by some of these national publications, right? You have on 3, he is ranked as the 4th offensive tackle in the portal. According to 247, he is ranked as the 4th overall player nationally currently in the portal and the number 1 offensive tackle. Texas Tech went out and got a true difference maker in a spot that they had to get difference makers in, because if you have watched Texas Tech football even a little bit over the past, 3 or 4 years, you know that offensive line has been a major, and we all know, major issue for the Red Raiders. This is a guy that can come in and solve a lot of issues for Texas Tech, specifically on the left side. And now you pair him with a guy in Vinny Scurry, who got his medical red shirt to come back to the 806 at left guard. And listen, I was as high as anyone on Vinny Scurry and what he could potentially be. Now, maybe do you have to go in and limit expectations because of the injury that he had last season? Yeah, I think that that's probably fair. And you could do the same for Zambrano too. But in terms of the traits that you want, strictly from a left tackle or either a right tackle, I really don't give a damn where they play him, right? You're talking about one of the better, if not top half and really top 3 offensive tackles in the Big 12. He's that kind of player, okay? Again, we're talking about a guy that every program in the country would love to have an offensive lineman like this. And I'm not trying to use that to overhype him or anything, but this is a guy where everywhere you look is one that is really high at the top of the charts. Again, I will put the portal guys out there in terms of really where he was ranked in the portal. If you go to on 3, his industry ranking, okay, and that's a composite ranking of all of these transfer portal rankings, okay? Hunter Zambrano is the 14th overall player and number 2 offensive tackle in the portal, okay? And you go out, be swift and aggressive in terms of landing him, and now you feel like you can go out and, okay, you have one of these key people that you had to go get in terms of key players on the offensive line. You go and get one of the best, if not the best, current offensive tackle in the portal to establish that left side of your offensive line. Because I'd be hard-pressed to see Hunter Zambrano not being the starting left tackle for the Red Raiders alongside Vinny Scurry and Sheridan Wilson. You feel pretty damn good from left tackle to center. Now, you got to go and address right guard and right tackle. There's no doubt about it. And I don't think the Red Raiders are done adding offensive linemen in the portal. And if they are, they need to rethink that. But landing a guy like this was absolutely pivotal early on for the Red Raiders in the transfer portal, so you can go out and be hyper aggressive on other positions now, knowing that you got an absolute anchor on the offensive line, specifically on the left side. And that's where I'm going to project into play. I think he is a left tackle for the Red Raiders next season, playing alongside Vinny Scurry. And again, a lot of people are going to hyper fixate on the Illinois State aspect of this. I get it. I truly do. But you look at what Texas Tech is getting. You're getting 1 year of eligibility with him, okay? It's one and done type deal. I don't think anybody will care if he's actually living up to the expectations, right? And I expect that he will. But you look at this in terms of what he is from a technique standpoint. He's an absolute dog in the run game. Probably a little bit better in pass pro, but he's a guy that shows that he can actually get out and really block any kind of pass rusher, okay? Whether that's from the bull rush aspect of it, whether it's a swim move, whether it's more finesse, he can do it all in that regard. And he's really good, in my opinion, in making sure that he keeps the quarterback upright. There's not very many sacks on his ledger at Illinois State. Again, drastic change in competition. We all know that. But when you look at his measurables, 6'5", 305, 247, again, has him ranked as the number 2 overall player in the portal, okay? And the number 1 offensive tackle. 1 year of eligibility left. He has every draftable trait that you want from an offensive lineman, and this was something that you had to go and address if you were Joey McGuire and crew. Again, a guy that has shown that he can show up in pass pro and be really reliable there. He's also shown that he is an absolute monster, and his favorite meal is breakfast. Why? Because he loves himself some pancakes. If you know, you know. This is a pivotal addition for the Red Raiders, and one that I think everyone should be excited about. Again, you can be excited, not excited, have your qualms, whatever it is. But in terms of Texas Tech being aggressive and going out and identifying key positions of need, and we all knew that that was the offensive line, they went out and absolutely hit a home run in terms of landing a guy that is not just going to come in here and potentially be, a starter. No. Hunter Zambrano is an impact offensive lineman. Okay, that's what he is. He is a guy that will be playing on Sundays, and you went out there and you landed him in the portal. You were swift, aggressive, and now you have the left side of your offensive line in a pretty damn good spot. Albeit 2 of those guys are coming back from injury. I'm a little hesitant on that front too, but in terms of talent on that left side of the offensive line, there is no debating it in terms of Hunter Zambrano, Vinny Scurry, and then you've got Sheridan Wilson at the center spot. That's really solid stuff right there on the Texas Tech offensive line. They're not finished, though, but this is a hell of a start for Joey McGuire and crew. All right, that's going to do it. Again, the breaking news into Texas Tech football. The Red Raiders go out and land one of the most highly touted offensive tackles in this portal cycle, in Illinois State offensive tackle Hunter Zambrano, to be that anchor on the left side of the offensive line for the Red Raiders in 2025. Still some work to be done, as I've said a couple times in this video, but a hell of a start by Joey McGuire, James Blanchard, Brian Nance in that scouting department, and just Texas Tech football in general. Job's not finished, but again, a hell of a start. I'm RC Maxfield, reminding you, if you want the latest breaking news, rumors, and everything in between for Texas Tech football in this portal cycle, 100% free. And as it happens, it's really easy. All you got to do is these 3 simple steps. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to join the Back to 12 squad today.